I feel like going to Will. Will, yo, I don't know about you. That junk was hard. I feel like it's no wrong answers with Will. It's just a preference at this point. He got so many
Um,
books. He
it's
got so many books. Yo, come on, man.
it's
Will got so many books.
it's
It's
a
just a
couple of
preference
wrong
at this
answers with
point.
Will.
Like I could, yo, real talk. I could run to Boston. Like you know what I mean? You give me Will movies against yo. Like you know they doing verses. Know what I mean? I know tonight DMX. Know what I mean? Going in Snoop. But you do like an actor that going like verses. Yo, it's pretty much like you got Will, you maybe have a Denzel or something like that, but it ain't too many dudes who messing with Will.
Nah,
You give me Will,
he
I'm
missed the
running
box
Boston's.
office. He missed the box office. He missed the. We
Box
call him that.
office, dog. I'm running Boston's on people. You give me Will, B.
So let's get to it. What you got? What you got,
Honorable
Will?
mentions. What you got? Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. The possibles. You know what I mean? The possible for me was iRobot. You know what I mean? iRobot was definitely a possible that could have made it. Crazy with the action scenes. He stayed getting his ass whooped, but always making a comeback. So for me, a possible was iRobot. You
See,
know?
for me, I was gonna go with my possible. I was gonna go Gemini, man,
I ain't see
because
it.
like, see, Gemini, man's like, yo, how dope is that? Like, you got the young dude and the young you and the old you going in, like, yo, both of you was kind of dope. Know what I mean?
I
So
ain't
it's
see
like
that one.
you get the double dopeness. Like I felt like yo, I could get two books with the Gemini man type joint, but then I was like, yo, how do we go a whole segment without me saying nothing about enemy of the state? You know what I mean? Like, he going toe to
Damn,
toe with
damn,
that going
damn,
Virginia
damn.
King and all that type of stuff.
Enemy of
Because
the state.
technically,
Mm-hmm.
like that would be yo for anybody else that would be a crown jewel. Like they did they thing so real. So I'm like, let me mix them two in, and that's
And,
like my possible right there.
and he
That's my
went
possible.
and he was co-starring with a Hollywood legend, if you will, Gene Hackman. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, Gene Hack. That's what I'm saying.
He
That's
not
like
what
crown
he
jewel
is.
for
He not what he
most
once
people right there.
was, but he definitely is a Hollywood legend. I don't know if he got a Walk of Fame, Hollywood Star Walk of Fame yet, but now Enemy of the State, I could definitely give you that. I could definitely give you that.
All right, so what you got?
What you got?
Five. Going to top five now. Here we go.
All right, so top five for me, that hit me kind of hard. Pause. Was Pursuit of Happiness. Pursuit of Happiness was another movie that, as a man, black man, trying to raise a family, man, faced with all type of adversities, people telling you what you can't do, and you got a kid and you trying to raise them in a world where, they don't believe that, whether it be male or female, and still trying to make it on your own with your own doubts and your own transgressions that you got to deal with. Like that movie itself was crazy. So he ain't make the top. He ain't make the top three, but he definitely made the top five. For
So
that.
for me, what I got, Bad Boys for Life.
Okay.
Bad Boys for Life. You know what I mean? I'm going there. Similar to with the way I gave Jada credit for the girls trip, Will Smith, this deep into his career, acting at such a high level, doing his thing. I just like, yo, it was just so dope to see. You know what I mean? Like the connection, him and Martin, like, you know what I mean? Granted, like, I just liked the movie, it was good, but just seeing him just doing his thing this deep into his career, I gotta give it some credit, man. Dude's
Well,
just phenomenal to me.
well, I'm gonna tell you, Bad Boys for Life. Bad Boys, the Bad Boys, the franchise,
The franchise, period.
may be my top on anybody's list. You know what I'm saying? But Bad Boys for Life, I got to see it a few more times. I think Martin kind of stole the show with this particular one because he was funny as hell. Shout out to everybody that's joining us live. This is something we're going to be doing every week. What You Got Wednesdays, where we talk top
Hey,
five
cuz,
everything.
what up?
You know what I mean? We today's topic is Will and Jada, not the entanglement stuff, but we talking top five movies. But yeah, Bad Boys. So I got to see it a few more times. Martin just had me crying like the entire time. So Bad Boys. So I got to see it a few more times. But
So
my
what you got? What you got for your next joint, man? What you got, man?
my next one is, this was a tough one between, I ain't gonna tell you, Men in Black. Box office smash. Box office smash. Agent J killed it. Super duper funny. Super duper action. Box office smash. Again, he was co-starring with, was that Tommy Lee Jones?
Tommy Lee
Who was
Jones.
another Hollywood legend, and he held his own. So, and he's on legendary status as well.
Word. Talking about
But
held his own. I think he kind of carried the joint on the low to me. Let me turn my hat. Let me get it real. For me, my king is Hitch. You know what I mean? Hitch. So not one of Will Smith's like biggest joints or whatever. Hitch was dope to me. Like borderline genius if you look at the joint. I don't know why it ain't a real Hitch out there. I feel like it's so dope.
I kind of think it is, but I ain't gonna say, and I kind of know him. I ain't gonna say who it is.
Like I'll watch the joint over and over and over again, and that like the Heavy D Now That We Found Love joint, I just be bopping to the joint. The joint's just dope to me. But
so
anyway,
so now you know, in spades we it's this thing called renege, right? I threw out the king before I threw out the queen, right? And my actual queen was Hitch.
Like Hitch. I mean, I'm bringing him in. I'm bringing him in. I'm bringing him in. But I take those books, though.
You know
Bringing
what I
him
mean?
in.
Now you got that book. I'm like, damn. I went on camera and showed the queen before I played the king. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. Because
But
that Hitch joint is real, man.
Let me tell you something about Hitch, right? Hitch is a movie that me and my kids watch all the time when it's on, because it hits so many points. But it's getting to a point now. My oldest, both of them understand what cheating is and all that. So I got to be careful when I get too excited about certain scenes. So now Hitch is one of my favorite movies from like start to finish. It's like a classic album. Most classic albums, the way I rate them, my criteria to rate a classic album is how many times you want to skip a song. Hitch is the type of movie where there are no parts of the movie that are dead airspace. Like every part of that movie is something that interests you. You know what I mean? Like when he kicked her in the head, getting off the water scooter. When he showed her grandfather and she started crying because the Joker was like a murderer. When this Joker fell off the car because he's trying to tell her how much he loved her. There's no part of that movie that you ever get bored with, like ever. You know what I mean? So that's my renege book. You know what I'm saying? So what you got?
So now I'm on. Boom. You said this joint already, but I got Pursuit of Happiness. You know what I mean? So I got Pursuit of Happiness for all of the things that you said, but like just going off of it, Chris Gardner is just such a dope guy. Met him in person.
Oh, word.
Saw the movie. I felt like this was one of Will Smith's like best acting jobs.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's something wrong with you if you don't if you watch this movie and you're not affected by it. And I feel like that's one of the telltale signs of like you just being a good actor. Like people are affected by it, whether it's good or bad. You know, if you play the villain and people hate you, or if you're inspired by it. Yeah. So I felt like he just did his thing. Like I watched the joint just on a random day. I could just watch it and just be inspired by it, just for no reason.
Where we at?
I mean, I did. We down to the last two. For me, I'm on my last two. I got my last two popping.
I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm going to tell you something. My ace is Bad Boys. Is Bad Boys 1.
Ooh, we got the same one. We got the same.
I'm going to say this. The possible with that was focus. Will Smith. But Bad Boys 1, man, like I could watch that movie a million times
It's a
And
classic, man. It's a classic.
I could watch that movie a million times. And like ESPN, if it come on again, I'm gonna sit right
Just go
there if I
watch it
fall
again. I'm gonna
asleep.
sit there, yeah. As long as I got some cereal or something I
I'm
could
gonna sit
roll up
right
and
there
eat.
and I'm
You know what
gonna,
I
you
mean?
know what I'm saying? Like, so Bad Boys won. Um,
And don't
when
forget, you know what I mean? It created Mike Lowry. You know what I mean? Mike
Mike
Lowry.
Lowry was born. Mike Lowry was definitely born, and that kind of put him on the map because he did a lot of movies with, you know, Men in Black. What was the other one we mentioned? He did shit like Bagger Vance, where he was working with Matt Damon. He did Independence Day when he was working with Jeff Goldblum and all. So he did a lot of movies working with some classic white actors. Not Men in Black, Bad Boys put him on a level where everybody like me and you could be like, yo, all right, now we see him like we see us. Like I could see me and you playing Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett. I could see me and my brothers playing, you know, Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett. I could see like my life somewhere in that. You know what I mean? So plus the fact I think the writing was crazy and they killed the roles. But Bad
Yeah.
Boys 1
Action
is my
scenes,
is
all
my
that type
ace.
of stuff was official. The acting scenes, the
Yeah.
moving around, it's funny. You know what I mean? It was for us. It was a
Yeah,
movie
absolutely.
for us.
Absolutely. So what you got?
Know what I mean, I told you I had bad boys for it. Know what I mean, I'm just sitting around ready to. Know what I mean, I'm ready to go from Florida to Texas to Jersey and Bagam with the. Know what I mean, with the
I,
big Joker.
I got a feeling I know what your big joker is, but my big joker is back to back. Now, in fact, what you got? Because it's on you now. What you got for your big joker?
All right, so know what I mean, my joint. Know what I mean, I'm going from Florida to Texas to Jersey. Like, matter of fact, I'm going from Florida to Texas. I'm gonna hit Cali. Know what I mean, because you know I gotta get full extension. Know what I mean, LA, where you at? Know what I mean, LA. I mean, I love LA. You know what I mean, LAX. Getting back to Jersey. I'm going Independence Day.
I
You know
knew
what I
it.
mean? I'm going Independence Day.
I knew it.
Not only do I feel like that's the type of movie at the time, it was super, super duper blockbuster. Super duper at the time. It could be like your favorite movie ever. But I think that's the movie that turned Will Smith to Big Willie. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Big Smith, Big Willie. Like that moved him to like the summertime is mine. Like it changed his bank account.
Mr. Box Office.
Yeah,
Yeah,
turn it
word.
up. Just drop some comments or something on it. We'll see it and we'll pick
But
up.
until next Wednesday at 7, we signing off.
All right,
Peace.
true that.
All right.